everybody. I'd like to welcome you back to the official Propane Cancer YouTube channel. If you're watching this at the party I'm hosting in 2 weeks from filming this, hello and welcome to the first Job game party. And, well, I'm here to explain a game that you may or may not have heard of, depending on how well you know me. This is whather. It's a very popular game published by Parker Brothers in 1974. I'm kidding. This is whather, a game I made this game in the 6th grade when I was 11 years old. I had a school project in my science class where I had to make a board game about science. Anything we learned that year you could make a game out of, and of course I chose the thing we learned right before the project, like most people did. I chose weather. So this game is essentially a trivia game about weather and climate and such. If you can see the board, which, you know, if you're at the thing, which is what I'm filming this for, you can see the board. So I need to do that. The box is this piece, which is, since I made it, it's been slowly falling apart. It's blue and orange, and it's made of construction paper and Scotch tape. And some of the Scotch tape is completely dried and doesn't work anymore, and it's just kind of crappy. It's for ages 11 plus because I was 11 and a 9-year-old can play this, but I don't care. You do need, this requires 3 or more players. Sorry, 2 people can't play this game unless you want to be the boring game of your life. But 3 people can play this game, and this game is odd. It's a little confusing and somewhat, if you're at the party, by the way, welcome. And the max amount of people that can play this game is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. Unless I get creative and we use like a skittle for the 9th piece, but there are only 8 pieces that come with this. If you didn't notice already from looking at the board, this is just a Trivial Pursuit board that I put Sharpie and construction paper on. So this is, of course, not regular Trivial Pursuit because we can't be having that. This is Saturday Night Live themed Trivial Pursuit. So isn't that beautiful? We have 8 SNL themed pieces with such greats as John Belushi and Matt Foley and Will Ferrell and Conehead and Landshark, and whoever the last 3 are. I remember the black guy and then gay guy and then girl. So those are all the pieces. If you want to use like a 9th piece, it's like a skittle or something, use that. But anyways, what is this game? It's a trivia game about weather. Right? This is the box where the questions come in. I wrote questions on it, and I put blue string paper on it. I wrote whether on each side. I don't really care how you pronounce this. I know some people are really picky about the way you pronounce words. I think when I made it, I think it was supposed to be whather, but wather, wather, and wather, wather, and what's the other one? Wother. I heard a kid pronounce it wother. Those are all acceptable pronunciations. Maybe not wother, but wother and wather and wather. They're fine. You didn't notice it's weather and what, and I made it a word, whether. I hate this game. But anyways, how do you play? What's the objective? So let's be Matt Foley, and Matt Foley's gonna start in the center. Just a Trivial Pursuit. What you're trying to do, instead of getting all 6 pies, because of course there's no pies, I threw them all away. But what you do is, well, first you roll the dice. I think what it was is whoever is tallest goes first. So I can go first because I was tallest in class, but whoever's tallest goes first. And then it goes down in order of height. And you roll. I rolled a 3. I give all these numbers. I think the blue one was 1, and then the purple one was 6. So 3 would be yellow. And so you move 1, 2, 3 on yellow. Let's roll again. 5. It's a miracle. Actually, no, I didn't do that. Once you roll, you just go straight to the finger. So, what do you do now? While you've done this, what do you do? What do you do now? Your goal is to get from here back to the center. How do you do that? Well, you have to make one full rotation around the board. That's how you win. If you can see them, which I don't think you can, some spaces are marked with gray construction paper or red construction paper. I didn't cover all the pink spaces, so some of the pink spaces are still open and not covered in construction paper. Let's roll and hope we get a question card. 1. 1 or 3, I need to answer a question. Oops. 1. Okay. So I landed on a gray square, right? The gray squares mean you can answer questions. So one player is designated as the game master, or the host, whatever you want to call him. In this case, at this party, it would be me. So the game master doesn't get to play. I don't know why I added this character. You don't have to, but I did. The game master doesn't get to play the game. He just reads out the questions. I actually think I wrote it on the rules here. The game master is the player who reads off the questions and answers. They do not compete in the actual game. The game master is decided by a die. Whatever that means. The game master is decided by a die. What does that mean? I guess you just roll the die. Or you get a blood sacrifice, I guess. But anyways, I land on a gray square. Let's answer a question. So I'd open this up. Before the game. It's filled with index cards. Now, each of these index cards has a freaking question on it, right? And they're all 6th grade science questions. They're not really that hard. If you went to elementary school, you could probably answer these questions with relative ease when I'm stuck in there. But I take these out. What the hell? They're getting kind of bent because I don't know if you knew this. The Trivial Pursuit question box isn't really for holding index cards, but whatever, it's fine. So I'm Sam the Game Master, and I pick up a card. The question is, what stage of the water cycle turns water back into liquid? What's it called when it rains? That's what it is. It says precipitation in the back. So you would ask that to whoever landed on the question base, and then if they get it right, they get 1 point. If they get it wrong, they lose 1 point. Which means if they get it wrong and they have 0 points, they have -1 points. You would have on the back of the rule sheet, I wrote the scores from the 3 times I've played this game before, and only once did people go into the negatives. So it's pretty hard to go in the negatives, but you can definitely get in the negatives, and it's even fairly easy. But anyways, if you know science, it's pretty difficult to get into the negatives. Anyways, I answered the question. You wouldn't take all these out. You keep these in the box and you pick them off as you go. So I picked one. I would just like lay it down. You lay it down, answer up over there. Right. So let's see if we can get a red square. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 3. If they're gonna give me a 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll go on 3 for now. So the red squares, you might have noticed these orange index cards are really blocked. There's a stack of orange index cards over here. These are the challenge cards, right? What does that mean? It says challenge on there. These are basically like chance cards of Monopoly, except with a lot of these you have to perform a task. Let's pick one off. I should put these back and let's pick one off, okay? It says advance 3 spaces. So you would go 1, 2, 3 without having to roll. And I'm leaving on the question space there. You do not have to answer the question. I think I even added that. Alright, I put a whole section about the challenge cards. Yeah, no, okay. You don't answer the question. Yeah. There's other challenge cards, so let me read some of them off to you. Swap points with the player next to you. This is the player physically sitting next to you. You swap points, which doesn't really mean anything. The points don't really mean anything I think if you finish with 0 points, you're not allowed to win, and you have to keep going. I think I didn't write it in the rules, but I added that. So if you end the game and you have no points, you're not allowed to win. So you have to have at least 1 point. No points or less. If you have no points or less, you have to keep going. If you get to the middle, or if you get back to your thing, you can't lose. You can't win. So next is roll again. Lol. It's just I roll again. So I roll 1, 2, 3. Oops, question. Don't gotta answer it though. Actually, no, you do have to answer it if you do that. Ooh, this one's fun. This is create a question about clouds. Some of these you write them on the back of the card, or you just come up with them. That's why the pencil is included, not just for writing down points, it's for answering these. If you do the question, if you write a successful question and somebody gets it right, you get 5 points. Which I think is how this game ended with my friend getting 6 points. And that's the only way you can get 6 points, really, because these questions take ages and there's not enough spaces for really everyone to answer a question. Yeah, you do that. If someone else gets it right, not only do they get a point, you get 5 points. So there's a bit of strategy whether or not you want to get that right. But you want to get right on purpose, because if they get it wrong, you lose. The person who wrote the question loses 5 points. This is a very unbalanced game. It's swap points with a different player. This one you get to pick. Let's say I'm playing it like a circle. I want to switch places with Bobby. I switch points with Bobby. Skip another player's turn. This one's evil. You have to pick a player, and whenever it's their turn, it just skips them. The meta here would be to skip either the person after yours turn or the person before you's turn. That would be how you do that, but you don't have to. Here it is. This is a fun one. Draw an anemometer. You know what an anemometer is? It looks like an egg cup and it spins like that in the wind. You draw on the back. Again, pencil. You have to erase it afterwards. And if you do it, and other people in the group judge it, and they say that looks like an anemometer, you get 5 points. No points for anyone else there. I'm just gonna go through all of these. Swap places with a player. This is, you have to get up and physically switch places with another player. This isn't swap places with a player. Actually, I think this one's swap places with a player on the board. There's another one in here that's get up and physically move places. So your whole order gets out of whack, which would be, the smart thing to do would be to just go with the person after you, because then you get to go twice. I think that one's swap places in the first on the board. This is create a question about weather tools. Give you 5 points. Again, like I explained earlier. Another create a question. This one's fun. Roll the die and then move to a space corresponding to that number from its distance from a pie space. So what you do is you roll the die. I rolled a 2. The next large space, which in this, oh my god, which in this case is this green space, you would do this. Then you have to pick off another challenge card. So in that case, I would do this. I would go, okay. Draw a rain gauge, 5 points. Draw a magic card. No one got this one. No one got it. And I don't think when I played, I don't think we picked up any challenge cards actually. Draw a rain gauge. Gives you 5 points. Skip your next. This one's mean. I even put a little smiley face. You see that? I put a little smiley face. It says skip your next turn. Answer another question. So in this one, you pull a question card out and you answer it. You still get the 1 point for answering the question, so don't worry. This is swap points and places with another player. So basically, you're becoming them. If Foliar's got 5 points, and then Land Shark over here has got 7. We would do this. We would swap with each other. I'd be over here. He'd be over here. He has 5 points, and I have 7 points now. Someone drew that one, so I was very confused. This is swap places with a player. This one, I think, is physically get up and sit with it. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna make it say swap seats with another player instead of swap faces. Because I think one of them, I know for a fact I intended to do that because I thought it was really funny. And it is really funny to get up and switch places, and then you don't get to go until it's their turn. Create a question about fronts, advance to the next question space, which is, this is another roll again, and then swap points. So, the challenge cards are fun. I did this entire project at home. I didn't do any of this at school. And the only part I did at school were the challenge cards. They're supposed to be in a Ziploc bag. I don't know where the Ziploc bag went. It's probably down here somewhere. I just lost it, but right now they're just loose in the box. So, anyways, I've gone through the questions. I haven't gone through all the questions. I'm not going to go through all the questions because they're really boring, as opposed to the challenges. They're mostly just like this one's what causes surface currents, and it says wind. Who wrote on it? It says the uneven heating of Earth. And then someone else wrote or wind on the back. Was that the teacher? Was that another kid? I don't know, but that's funny. Put this back. How do you win? This game's pretty easy. That's, like I said, the points only matter a little bit. Like, you can't win if you have 0 points or negative points. So what you do is, I started on yellow, so I keep rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta answer questions, so it's favorite question out of the box. This one says, why do fronts occur? And the answer is when two air masses meet or mix. That is the answer to that question. And so let's go again, and 1, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? 1, 2, 3. See that? I passed it. You know what that means? I can't go. You have to land on the large space. I think I wrote that in there. One full loop around. We go back to the question. Okay, I didn't put that, but I know that's a rule because you do in fact just pass it, and then you have to wait. You have to land on the space, which is. Ooh, that makes this game last a lot longer than you think it would, because this feels like a very short game. But let's say I roll 17 and I land out here. What do I do now? Right. So let's roll again. Roll the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, only if you roll a 6 do you get to go straight to the mouth. So now I have to roll anything. I won. Since I answered those 2 questions right, I have 2 points. That means I can win. I just won whether. That's the game. I'm probably not going to show this whole video at the party, but I am going to put this on YouTube if you want to watch it and you want to learn a little bit about this game. I don't have scans of this because why would I? Board Game Geek doesn't have any because of course they don't. But if you want to play this game, I don't know, man. Too bad. Find a Trivial Pursuit board you have and put construction paper on it, and boom, you've made this game. It's not a very complicated game. It's just a weather trivia game. So there we go. It's weather. Let me pack all this up and give you my thanks for at least sitting through a 20-minute video of me talking about a board game I made when I was 11. But also for just watching my channel. It means a lot to me that people, not a lot of people, but people I see do at least click on some of my videos, such as the last one I uploaded, which got 70 views, that's really good for me. I've never, only on my old channel, I have when I was a little kid, I'd post meme videos and I'd get like 100 views. Still, 70 is a lot of, 70 people, that's a lot of people, you know? So, I want to say thank you for that. And for watching my content and hopefully enjoying it. And of course, I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to like and what not to. But as long as you came out here and decided to click on my channel, maybe like a video, hit me with a subscription. Thank you all 20 people who have ever subscribed to me, which I'm sure is one of my old accounts I've forgotten about. I want to thank you, and I want to just say a few words before I go. It's better to piss in the sink than piss in the cum. Damn it.